evil.
The first thing we're going to find is Jill's report. This is the very first thing. So once we woke up in the dream world and then go to the toilet area, once you interact with that, then you'll wake up from your sleep and then you'll be at your desk in your bedroom. So the first note will be right next to the light switch. Easy as pie. The next one is literally on the same board. Just follow the wall to the left and you'll find your investigation notes. Next one is pretty much from the same location. This time look on top of the counter just to the left where the pizza box is. This is located more inside the kitchen area. Number 4. Now if you do a 180, turn around and look on top of the settled drawers, you will find your number 4, unsealed envelope. Now once you have done the grueling task of running away from Nemesis and all that good stuff, you'll get the cutscene with Carlos. As soon as you get this cutscene, he runs off. You have to do a 180 and head back up the stairs where you came from.
Hey, what do you know about that
I'd like to point out, I grabbed about 18 Charlies, so most of them will not be here. So the first Charlie will be in between this newsletter stand, or newspaper stands. Once you have gained access to the train, once you have followed Carlos. Once you finish the cutscene, go out the only way you can, and then on the seats located on the wall side, you will find the next note. The next note is located near enough from the last location. So once you head up the stairs and go up the next set of stairs, if you look directly to the left or just slightly to the left, you will find that there's a newsstand. On that newsstand, you will find your next note. The next thing on the list is from the last location once again. I'm just going to fast forward. Once you get into the next area with the typewriter and the storage and all these goodies, you will find note number 7. Mr. Charlie number 2. This one's located inside the Moon's Donut store. See, once you gain access to this, yeah. I swear to God, my brain is going. That's it, done. All bit of information in my mouth jumbles up. So as you see, if you look over the counter next to the microwave on the right side, of course the Mr. Charlies make a certain sound once you are close. So now grab the PowerStone. This is one of 3. Of course, on I believe Nightmare or Inferno, the locations change up of where they are. So in standard, this is where it is. Inside your official first safe room. So this will be the weapon attachment 1 of 10. This will be the red dot sight. For some reason they call it dot sight. I don't think it really matters. You'll find note number 8 and your Master of Unlocking 1 of 20. So if you leave the shop where we came in from, you go up the ladder, or not ladder, the stairs to the left, and just follow it around to the left side. Eventually you will find this room with a zombie inside and a dead zombie or dead guy on the ground. Now, if you know the combination, you don't have to go find it in the pharmacy area, in the next area. So if you already know it, it doesn't really matter. And there we go. There's a dot sight. Right next to you, there will be a diary now, or a note. So now in the same room, there will be another Mr. Charlie. If you go to the back area here, And in the middle, on the top, in between these boxes, you will find your number 3. It's one annoying thing. I wish I can reset, or the Charlies reset every time we start the campaign over again. I think that would be great. Because I'll be damned if I'm resetting all my save file just to make the Charlie show up. So once you go into the subway section, part of the story, you have to do it. Once you pick up the fire hydrant, or fire hose I should say, you will find a note located inside here. We could in theory just skip this note until a later time, but you might as well grab it if you're here. Now the next one is Mr. Charlie 4 of 20. Now if you go into the other room, you will find there's a Mr. Charlie underneath the donut box. So under the table. But of course we do come here at a later date as part of the story. And on the sign there, or on the main control panel area, on this chair, you will find that there's a Night Bros rail manual. Or railway manual. Like I said, you don't have to come here straight away. As long as you get the fire hose and get the hell out of there, we do come back at a later time. So once we use the fire hose to gain access to the repair area. Or the garage, I think it is, we're in. All this part is part of the story, so we have to come through here anyway. So watch the cutscene. And then once you see Nikolai shoot the guy, and then make sure you pick up the training log next to him. I think there's some pistol ammo here as well, but that might be on a different difficulty setting. So now we're going to carry on. So now go through the door where Nikolai went through. Head down the stairs and take a right. Next to a dead soldier, you will find your next note. And the next note is located directly behind you. So go the correct way now, is this way. And before you go around to the left side, grab the note to the right on the wall here. So we're going to find Mr. Charlie, a hip pouch, and another note. So once you enter this, I think it's the power station. Well, anyway, it's part of the story. All this is near enough apart from the story. We can't really miss this area anyway. So once you enter, you will find a Mr. Charlie located on the top right of the lockers as soon as you enter the doorway, and a hip pouch just below on top of a ladder. Now turn 180 and go right slightly. You'll find the next note located on the side. The next note is once you go through the next door and head down the 2 steps or stairs. You will find 2 green herbs, and on the right here you will find a note explaining to you how to get the parasites out of your body. So the second Master of Unlocking will be located right here. Once you unlocked it, this will be 2 of 20. And so actually before we go in, I did happen to miss this just ever so slightly. I was meant to record it the other way around, but that didn't happen. So this next one, Chad's notes. Once you go inside the power station, you have to turn on the 4 breakers. If you follow where I go, you should be a-okay. So as soon as entering this place, just head directly straight. So I would recommend to actually turn this breaker on to save you guys from coming back.
Here we go.
It makes pretty much good sense if you do this now and not later. Head through the door and head up the ladder. As soon as you head up the ladder, If you look left, you will see your note on the floor here. This is Chad's note. So now once you have gained, or once you have gotten the lockpick, we can now start going through these locked lockers as well. So since we lose or leave the power station area, head down the stairs and unlock your first locker. From my knowledge, you don't have to grab the item inside. As long as you unlock it, I believe it does count. So now we're going to get the next weapon attachment. As you leave the station, we have to fight the Nemesis for the first time. I would recommend try to fight him here. If you have a hand grenade, that would be great, since you may not have the rocket launcher on hand. Once you have got him down, you will grab the box that he drops, and this will contain either an extended magazine or a silencer. It can be one of two. Don't know which one it will be for you guys. And then once you go through to the next safe room, this is in the garage still. After when Jill said that thing's after me. And in here would be a first aid spray. Now the next one is Mr. Charlie. Master of Unlocking, PowerStone, Fancy Box. Well, that's included the PowerStone. And your Charlie Doe note. So as we're coming through here, there'll be a supermarket to the right. Feel free to unlock this with the bolt cutters, and inside you'll find a fancy box. I don't grab this at the moment because I thought the Nemesis was on my ass, but he wasn't. And if you go to the toy store located to the left side, or the opposite side, or opposite end of the street, or opposite side of the street I should say, once you're inside you'll find the Mr. Charlie doll right here. Like I said, I've already got 18 of them, so you won't see the majority of the dolls. Pick up the fancy box and pick up the note, or the big massive thing on the wall, or where, I think it's in the trolley somewhere in this area. But yeah, once you undo the fancy box, this will be your green one, and then once you go to the other side, I believe it's your red PowerStone. Well, I think it's red, if I remember right. But like I said before on the first one, all these locations are different if you're playing on the different difficulty setting, like Nightmare and Inferno. I do believe Nightmare and Inferno have the same location. I could be wrong. Oh, it's the blue one. I thought it's the red one. So now, as we're going back into the donut shop where we need to go, well, we need to go through the donut shop actually. But to the left, you will find that there's a locker here. I've already unlocked it, because since I had the lockpick already, I completely forgot myself and unlocked it. So the next master of unlocking, we need to go inside the power station room, or power, what we're going to call it, area. Back in this room, you'll find a locked locker once again. And unlock it, and turn around and grab your shotgun. I do believe there's only 4 weapons. Shotgun, that 3-burst pistol, magnum, and grenade launcher. So once you're in this subway office, there will be another locker here that I've already unlocked and I forgot myself. Because I already had the locker, or the lockpick, at the very start of the game. That's number 8 for you guys. So this is the station puzzle route. So just copy what I put there and then
Valid
press
route
enter.
Confirmed.
Carlos, it's me. I finished inputting the subway route.
Jill, you are amazing.
So this will be the silencer. I'm not sure why they called it this.
What the hell is
I'm
it?
assuming it's called that in real life, but I don't know. I'm not a guns person. So once you see Nemesis for the second time, this is the cutscene as you'll see. So then if you kill him once again, he will drop another box. So like I said, you should get the red dot, not red dot. You might get the extended mag or the silencer at different places, but it's still be in the same boxes. Just maybe different times when you kill Nemesis. Or not kill, but down him. So once we're in the subway station area now, where we can get all the power stones out. So all this is part of the story, apart from this section right here. You can actually miss all these. And now insert all of the gems. You will get a tactical stock, a hip pouch, and the achievement for power stones. And I do believe there's an achievement for not getting the clock tower puzzle. Or this puzzle thing here. So right now this is like an extra add-on. I'm just going to show you that I've got all the upgrades. And I'm going to add it to the gun. There we go. There's all 3. And then with the shotgun, we've only got 1. So just put the 1 on there. And that's it. So now as we're going back to the train. Where Carlos is located to the right. You should see this one at the very start of the game. Or the start of this section. We clearly went past it, but we can't get it until now. So this should be number 9. Also, this is another extra bit. If you kill Nemesis, there is an easier way to do it. You don't have to do it as soon as you see him. But since I've got the rocket, it's very easy to do it this way. So if you just keep on running, you will find some red barrels. Just blow up the barrels to get this. This is pretty simple to do. You just get free ammo. Now, once you're running away from the Nemesis and all that stuff, you go into the sewers the first time. In the first door to your left as soon as locking the door behind you. This will be another safe room, so make sure you save your game. And there's also a sewer note, or sewer map.
A map of the area. Perfect.
I do believe these do not count towards the achievement for picking up the notes. And the next note will be number 19, I think. Unless I've done the number wrong. But anyway, I'll fix it in post editing anyway, so... So as we go to the electric lock door, there will be a note saying increased security or increased sewer security. The next 2 items is located in the office section in the sewers. Once we gain access to the office, you will find the note here to the right. And also you'll find another note right next to the grenade launcher. And like I said, right next to the grenade launcher, you'll find the next note. On our way to the next room to find our electric battery thing, whatever it's called, you will find that there's a kind of a hidden path located to the right underneath the waterfall of crap falling down. Go towards the dead end, you'll find a dead person, and he is not really holding, but he has the diary nearby. Now before heading into the next part to grab the diary, or not the diary, but the note, and the main objective item, you will find Mr. Chai located in amongst the trash behind the wall here. Once we enter the lab, there will be a simple lock, a love letter, and once again, one of the mission objective items located right here where I'm shooting. So this will be your number 10 of 20, and then your love letter 23. So once you've done all the necessary things, eventually you'll have to unlock this door, part of the story. Once you have placed your electronic panel thingy and grab it again, go back through the door. So the correct way to go is to the left. If you go to the right and place your battery pack on this wall here, you can gain access to the security room. This security room you do not have to enter, so you can miss this hip pouch. And this will be your next one. So now at the final placement of the battery pack, you cannot pick it up no more. Once you go through the door, just turn a 180 and shoot the Mr. Charlie on top of the light fitting. The next one, once you're running away from Nemesis, there will be a save point and a storage container before you fight the Nemesis. Make sure you pick up the notice of the Demolition Derby, or Demolition Derby, sorry, Demolition Display. Or damn it, delay. Yeah, got it eventually. So after the scenario finishes, eventually you run to the gun shop, Kendo gun shop, that is. As soon as you enter, look on the left shelf, you will find your weapon attachment. This is for the shotgun. And now the next video clip you're going to see, I am going to equip, or I should say combine the weapon upgrade together. But I'm going to do it anyway, just to make sure, because you never know. I really don't think it matters, but I still like to show it anyway. Just so you know we have it. So Mr. Charlie 9 is located once you gain access to the back passage or side alley next to the gun shop. Once you enter this apartment, you will find Mr. Charlie located in between these plates and a box. This one's pretty easy to find, so hopefully you guys shouldn't miss it on your first run through, or if this is your first run through, you'll be good. But in the same house, go to the second floor, you'll find a number 11 Master of Unlocking, and you'll find your next note. So this is an extra optional if you want to do it. I probably won't recommend it because he seems to have a lot of life once he's in this state. But he does drop another extra package. This will contain some flame rounds. I'm not too sure what it will drop on a higher setting. I'm just going to assume it's going to be the flame rounds.
Like a cemetery to me.
As Carlos, we are now going to get some more stuff. So once you get to the RPD, you will find Brad. Of course, kill the tank. Then grab his ID.
These stars. That could be useful.
Now go back through the doorway and head down the steps. Now once you're here, go into the door to the right. Inside the door, you will find that there's a note on the table and there's a poster. The poster does not go with the notes.
Sorry, poster boy.
Now, Mr. Charlie 10, located in the same area, leave the room and go right and head up the stairs. Now, Mr. Charlie is located on the side of the brick wall, located just here. So just remember, I already grabbed all of them now because I grabbed the last two I missed in the sewers. So once you enter the RPD and do all the jibber jabber, this door will open. And to your left, you'll find your next note. Also, if you'd like to, you can open all these crates. I'm going to open it anyway and show that I'm opening them all. I do believe this does not count towards the Master of Unlocking, but you never know. It's just an optional extra. So the West Office. You'll find a second box you can open. This will contain an assault rifle scope. Of course, it doesn't attach to the infinite ammo one, sadly. Now, on the left side, if you find Marvin's desk, you will find another note. Now the next one will be the marshal unlocking, number 12, and the next pouch. So the combination is 9, 15, and 7. It's exactly the same as Resident Evil 2 if you do remember that password or not.
Fucked up shooting cops.
Now once you go down the corridor, before heading up to the second floor, go into the dark room area. So the safe room. You will find your next note. And the next one, go to the second floor and head into the shower room.
Carlos, the STAR's office is...
Now open the locker up with a combination CAP, cap. Also, there is an achievement related towards this flashbang. If you just flash the liquor, you will just get the achievement. Also, there's a note on the bench here. It says note to a friend. The next marshal of unlocking. Now go to the third floor and just find, well, also you'll find the key up there as well that we need to grab for the weapons locker room. Now before heading downstairs, you will find a locker right here. This is exactly the same combination as RE2. DCM. And like my friend pointed out, I always remember it by Devil Cry May. Now once you enter the safety deposit room, don't know why I call it the weapon room, you will find a note on the whiteboard as soon as you enter on your right side. Now Mr. Charlie is located at the very far back on the top shelf. He should be right there. Now once you enter the STAR's office, please bear in mind, do not enter or do not exit this room, or else you cannot come back unless you have a saved or a safe spot that you can backtrack from. Go into Chief Irons' office and pick up the report on the mansion incident. Then also in the same area there is one more locker that you can unlock, or not locker, but a you can use your key card as well. So this is me just combining my upgrade that I got, just to show you guys I actually do it. So I do believe these are not tied to the marshal unlocking, but I'm still going to show them anyway. Because why not? Once we are back with Jill,
Carlos?
and she tries to get in contact with Carlos. In the same room you'll find a first aid spray, a note, and some mine grenades. Now Mr. Charlie 12. In the same room, head out. Be careful of the zombies in this area. And it should be in the second alcove to your right, underneath the bench. I'm so glad I've written down these locations, because I had a feeling like these won't spawn back, just like on the Resident Evil 2. So as soon as we go up the ladder to leave the, I was going to say sewers, but it's not, like the train station tunnels, and go to the second bench on your right side, you will find the clock tower brochure. Now Mr. Charlie 13. Before heading up the stairs, you will find that there's a SWAT van to the left and a box to the right side. In between the box and the fence to the restaurant area, you will find Mr. Charlie. So once you've done that, you want to just continue on now with the story, and eventually you will go back into Carlos. Once you have left the nursing room, you will go through 3 double doors. On the 3rd door, you will find the locked door to your right and you'll see one of the pamphlets. Now from the last location, head through the reception area, take a right, and just carry on now until you see a single door located in front of you. Before entering the door, if you look left, you'll find Mr. Charlie. He's located on this hospital bed. The next one is Nurse Journal. As soon as you go through the next door, pick up the recording device, and then on the counter you will find your Nurse Journal. Mr. Charlie 15, once you hit the double steps, go into the exit door, there'll be a zombie on the ground. Before carrying on, Mr. Charlie will be located right here. Once again from the last location, making it simple. Now once you enter back inside the hospital, there'll be a single door in front of you. If you take a left and go into the storage room. Or, if it's a storage room, office area. I think it's an office area. I don't think it's a storage room. I can't remember what it is on the map. But as soon as you go inside, if you stay to the right side, you will find your next Nurse Journal. Oh, records room, that's the way, that's right. So the next one would be Memo from Administration and the Nurse Journal 19, or Nurse Journal September 29, sorry. Also, before carrying on, there is a map on the side. You don't have to grab it, it's not part of the picking up all the notes. So once you enter this bloodbath of an area, there will be the memos from the administration located on the door on the left side. And then if you just do a 180 and on the desk slightly to your right, you will find the next note. The only reason why I'm not saying the numbers of the note, because I might have messed up the numbering during the edit. So this will just save me a lot of time to redo the whole voiceover. And I ain't going to do another 30-something minute talk. So once you have done that, and go across into that single door, this will be the nurse, I think it's the nurse's area. Can't remember the exact name. Of course, everything hopefully be on the video when I figure stuff out. So this will be the combination 9-3. In here, you'll find the magazine for the M or the AR assault rifle. And this will also count towards a martial unlocking. So the reason why I head this way, if you head towards the door to just behind me now, both of these doors will unlock, and well, not unlock, but the zombies will smash through them. So kill the zombies, head into the bedroom area, and inside this trash or inside a bin, you will find Mr. Charlie 16. Of course, I've already got this one. During my Inferno playthrough, I shot a rocket at the door, and it happened to blow up Mr. Charlie as well. So in the same area, look on the reception desk area, you will find the note about a tape recording. And now we're going to continue on with the story. So all these areas I'm showing you now, you can avoid these. You don't have to go in them. Well, sorry, apart from the nurse station. But you can actually not pick them up at all. So if you jump through this specific window, this will be located right here. So that's where the tactical grip will. So there is 3 windows you can jump through. Not yet though, but only Carla can jump through 2 and Jill can jump through all 3. Yeah, just make sure you jump through the correct window and grab the grip. And then if you jump over the bushes, you will find the key to proceed on to do what you need to do. So now I'm just showing you, I'm going to equip all the upgrades now. So I already got the sight, I got the extended mag, and I got the grip. And that should be it for the assault rifle. Now, once you have done everything you need to do, This will be your last bit you need to come back to. So after you pick up the card, and do everything else before you come here. Just to save you time, you don't have to go back then. Don't just go here because I'm here. Just do what you need to do first, then eventually you'll come back here. So once you head into the operation room, just pick up the note 41. God damn it, I said the number. Even though it may not be 41, but even though it's going to be a note of a number. So once you have the recording device and the cassette tape, once you enter the doorway, you will find Nathaniel Bard dead on his computer chair. And right next to him, you'll find a note. And the next note is part of the story, so I'm not going to show much of this one. It's pretty straightforward because you have to do it. As soon as the note's finished, you'll get a cutscene.
Oh, come on.
So the hit pouch number 5. During the onslaught of the zombies, when you gave the antidote to Jill, and you go back outside to protect the area. About halfway through this scenario, this door will get barged through by a hunter. Make sure you grab the hit pouch before you finish this scenario completely, or else this won't be here, I don't think. I think it is there, but I would always, but for me, all my playthroughs I've done, I always grab it during the scenario. I wasn't too sure if it disappears for some stupid reason. So once you've done that, you wake up to Jill. Grab the G18 handgun. This will come in handy for the very last boss. And now we're going to grab all 4 of the Master of Unlocking. So this is like a one straight through. I didn't do any edits. It's just point A to point B. So the first door will be here. This will be the main door you need to come back to. So this is the right door you need to go through to continue on with your story. But for now, we're going to avoid it. Okay, I am not going to speak because I do this in one straight run through, so it's pretty simple to follow, so I'll start speaking when I need to. So once we were picking up the Lightning Hawk, or the Magnum, I don't think you will get the achievement for all weapons. I believe the last weapon, if it does count as a weapon, will be at the very end of the game. I can't remember exactly when it did pop up, but all you have to do is just have all the guns. That doesn't include the rocket launcher, infinite stuff, just the guns in the game only, not what you can grab after you've beaten the game.
Guaranteed to give you a headache.
Now, once we have done all that, now we're going to carry on with the story. Once you go through the double door that you unlocked with your lockpick, of course, and you'll be in this some sort of warehouse. Well, it's an underground facility, but it's at the moment it's like a warehouse place. And you shall see a forklift to the left. If you look on the mast of the forklift, you will find Mr. Charlie 17. Once we have using 2 elevators. And the door in front of you will be a safe and a storage place, or a safe room. Once you go in, you will find your final hit pouch. This will be 6 of 6. And then you'll find your elevator note on the table as well. Like a dum-dum, after this part, I forgot to add the electric slide achievement. So for this one, all you need to do is gather all the 3 fuses within the 5-minute mark. From my knowledge, the timer should start as soon as you press the switch for the elevator.
You think this is over?
I would recommend watching this video before collecting the collectibles, and then hopefully you can sort of judge it when you collect the collectibles and do this at the same time. If you can, you're the boss.
Wait. Here goes.
Mr. Charlie 18. So once you are in the progress of getting the 3 fuses, you will see a zombie just standing here. Then you need to squeeze through this gap here in between the shelves. Once you do that, you should already hear Mr. Charlie rattling around. And it is literally, as soon as you squeeze through, look to the right past the ladder next to the umbrella box. Now for number 9, weapon attachment. To get this one, we need to go to the 2nd floor. No, we don't. I'm a dum-dum. I completely forgot there's a switch down there. So once we have called the elevator down and go to the opposite side, you will find a loathsome crate that will hold a shell holder for the shotgun. I believe that's 3 attachments for the shotgun. Next one, note 45. Also, I would recommend bringing the elevator back up. It will save you a little bit of time later on. So once you go through this single door, you'll find 3 zombies. And to your left, as soon as you enter, you will find some fallen over what looks like cabinets of some sort. But on top of that, you will find a note. So after you have done the 3 fuses, you have to go up the elevator as part of the story. Once you go up, if you head to the computer console, you will get this diary or the note. This is story related and it can't be missed.
Shit. He got away.
If you want to, you can go to the right side of the console to find the extended barrel for the Magnum. And that will be your final attachment in the entire game. It's a shame though that they give you this extended barrel right near the end. But it pays off though, because on Nightmare and Inferno they give you the Magnum straight out the bat. Was nice. Really nice. So once we've entered the nest, before heading upstairs where we need to go, enter this doorway here to be in a safe room. And in this area here you will find the next note. And now do all what you need to do, save the game, store some stuff, and then carry on up to the next level. When you head up the stairs, you want to take a right. And take a left, and go down this dark, spooky corridor. And then now, if you just keep to the left side and just hug the left wall, you will find the note right here. Of course, if you didn't shoot the zombie like I did, you would actually see it on the floor. But since I shot the bastard, yeah, there's a note. The next thing is once we get to the vaccine room, kind of, I don't know what you call it, because there's no room name. So amongst the end of this area, you'll find the hospital beds. Go to the right side. On the end, you will find the note. Now, once you go in the balcony area, take a left, and you'll find Mr. Child located right here in the corner. This is right next to the story mission objective, so damn it. Just grab the USB from the console and now carry on and then plug the USB down here. I'm not going to say where, you just need to find it yourself. This is not a walkthrough, folks. This is the collectible shit. As soon as you enter this room, dispatch all the enemies and grab the next note on the trolley located right next to the stairs. Once you've done that, now head up the stairs and go inside the lab. Once you enter, you could grab the note located on the table just to the left side of the robotic arms. Now the last and final missile charge located in the same area. Just exit the lab by this door and you'll find missile charge located right here. This is in the corridor. I can't remember the name now. Oh, never mind. You'll find it. You're a smart folk. So now once you proceeded on, go for the next area. You'll find the dead science located to the right. Once again, all this area here you'll have to go through. So just make sure you look right once you go through one of the doors. The next thing you need to do once you get to the incubation lab, you have to come here. Once again, I do apologize for keep repeating myself, but you do have to come here. Once you find your second vial, you can combine together and look next to the computer. You will find the next note. This literally talks about the Nemesis, and then Jill finally knows what the thing's called that's been chasing her.
So it's called the Nemesis.
Now once you've done all the other stuff and the other stuff and more of the other stuff, eventually you head back to this area. So this is the combination, or this is the configuration, so medium, high and low. Once you've done that, just press enter. We have now got the vaccine. I think this is after. So once you get in, no, this is before the boss fight. So in the workers break room, before you go through this door that has a clearly valve type handle. Make sure you grab it before you go through the door. Once you defeat the Nemesis, go through the next door and all the other cutscenes. Then you get into the final safe room. So this is the staff break room. On the left side on the shelves, you will find this one's quite well hidden, but I did find it multiple times on my playthrough. I'm surprised I didn't miss this one, but I can tell you which one I damn near. I missed the end one. I needed one note, and thank God I found it. So once you have destroyed the Nemesis completely, go through his remains and head up the ladder. Before you go into the electronic slide door, there will be a note very well placed right next to the door. I felt like an idiot after I found it. It's in plain sight, but it's on the ground, camouflaged with the floor. Anyway guys, this is pretty much it for Resident Evil. If you like this video, please hit the subscribe button and the like, and I will see you in the next one.